It's time for the excitement of West Virginia High School Volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by WVU Medicine East, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center, Hagerstown Ford, Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations Robert Fields and Sons, Parsons Ford, Panhandle Dumpsters, and Smallwood and Small Insurance. Now let's send it out to the broadcast booth and join our TV10 broadcast team for tonight's coverage.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome here to Klein Court at Musselman High School. Colin Welcome here alongside me is former Smithburg head coach and my partner for tonight's broadcast, Jim Klein. Our crew is Nick Verzolini, John Arterton, and Isaiah Horner making the studio. Is Spencer Dupuy. It is Point Central Championship for AAA High School Volleyball in Region 2, Section 1 tonight. We have the visiting Hedgesville Eagles, third in class AAA, taking on the number 1 team in the state, Musselman Lady AAA. Introduced my broadcast partner this evening, Mr. Jim Klein. Jim, it's been a pretty good match. The last couple times these two teams have met, looking for another great one tonight.
Absolutely. Fireworks abound. But last Tuesday we had a raucous crowd right here on Klein Court. I mean, to the point where we've got roped off areas here in the gym this evening because the crowd was so. We've got a limited capacity today.
Yeah, everybody is supposed to be on the opposite side of us. It's so far not as fun as what it has been before with these two. For a pretty rowdy crowd and a fun match between these two teams. Let's look at the visiting Hedgesville Eagles. They're coached by Miss Allison Whitford. They beat Martinsburg on Tuesday 3-0, 25-16, 25-18, and 25-12 to advance to tonight's match. They are 29-4-2 overall now. They finished the regular season 28-4-2, had the second seed in the section, and they have some key players that we're going to have to watch out for. Skylar Yates, Danica Props, Miss Paige Richmond, and Kelsey Van Dyner. Some big players that need to step up tonight to defeat Musselman, Jim.
Yeah, and if you listen to Sports Mix today, that great show that airs every day at noon on TV 10, you'll know Richmond's got to have a huge match tonight to be able to help slow down the attack of Musselman. Richmond needs to deliver good sets so that Hedgesville's offense is keeping Musselman on its heels. And then even more importantly, Richmond's got to block. She's got to find a way to stop the big guns that run outside for Musselman, like Hannah, the Hammer Howard, and Ada McCoy, the freshman who's new on the scene and playing dynamic.
Yeah, let's look a little bit more at that number 1 team in the state, the Musselman Appleman. They're coached by Sean Martz. They beat Spring Mills Tuesday 3-0 in dominating fashion. We had that broadcast right here on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. The final of those sets were 25-13, 25-4, and 25-15. Also in that match, senior Caroline Shipley got her 1,000th assist for Musselman. Look for her to have a big game tonight. And players that you also just mentioned, Jim and Hannah Howard, Ada McCoy. I'll also add to that Miss Sadie Wright and Addison Walker and Madison Faircloth all need to have big games tonight to continue the dominant performance in the EPAC that Musselman always brings to the table. They have a 4-match win streak currently against Hedgesville. The last time Hedgesville beat them was September 29th of last year, 3-1. And the last time these two teams met, it was 3-1, but in favor of Musselman. It should be a fun one. Let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back to hear from both teams' head coaches and go a little bit more in depth right here on the pregame show. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg Has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
See that Honda badge? It reveals more than the Ridgeline's maker. It's a testament to endurance and Honda ingenuity. So when the terrain ahead is full of challenges, brace yourself. The Honda Ridgeline is about to amaze you. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Ridgeline.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
To Musselman High School, Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein, our crew for this evening. It's Mr. Nick Verzolini, John Alderton, and Isaiah Horner. Back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis. West Virginia High School volleyball tonight. It is the Hedgesville Eagles taking on the Musselman Applemen for the AAA Region 2 Section 1 Championship. I talked with both coaches for both sides, in Allison Whitford on Hedgesville and Sean Martz for Musselman, and now let's hear from both of those in our coaches interview segment. Alrighty, Coach Whitford, sectional championship tonight here at Musselman High School. What does your team need to do to pick up a victory on the road and get the trophy and the bragging rights heading into regionals on Saturday?
Tonight we just got to win our serve and pass game. Last week, set 1, we did not pass well at all. The scoreboard showed it, so we have been focusing on serving and passing this week. We have to serve aggressive, we have to make them move, and we have to pass ourselves so we can get all of our hitters involved.
It was a win against Martinsburg to get you here. How did that game go for you guys?
We won in 3. It was a little closer than we probably would have liked. I think 25-18, 25-19, 25-12, something like that. They were pretty scrappy. They picked up a lot. They had improved a lot since the last time we had seen them. So we focused a little bit on improvements yesterday. We made some lineup changes, and hopefully that helps us going into today.
So win or lose today, you still get to advance to Saturday with a trip to the state tournament on the line there. How is that mentality-wise, knowing that yes, today's still important, but at the same time, you still have another chance?
Yep, playing for a championship is always fun. We can come here. The atmosphere is amazing. We love playing here. It's always fun for both teams, always 2 great programs playing. So playing for a championship is always fun, but we know at the end of the night we still are going to go show up to practice tomorrow, and we still have something to improve on. So win or lose, we still know that we have something to improve on going into Saturday.
All right, thank you. Anything else, Coach? All righty. Go Eagles. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Coach, sectional championship tonight against Hedgesville. It's going to be the 3rd time you get to see them this year. What does your team have to do to get another one against the Eagles?
Same old stuff. We got to win the serve-receive battle. That's the most important thing. We got to slow down Skylar a little bit. We're not going to stop her completely. We just want to slow her down and get her out of rhythm. I think that starts with our serving. We've been serving a lot better, a lot more consistent lately, so we're feeling pretty confident right now.
It's a pretty dominant performance against Spring Mills on Tuesday. How can you get that mentality to carry over to tonight?
Again, we serve really well, and we serve tough. We get teams out of system, and we make our lives a lot easier. There's not a ton of pressure on either side tonight because it really doesn't mean anything except for seeding for Saturday. So it's just kind of like for bragging rights. So I think we'll be able to come out loose and just play our game.
Now, even though it's, as you said, only for bragging rights, still get the trophy and everything, and you want to be that top seed, just keep that in mind and not give people that belief that you guys are vulnerable, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, we're coming out to win. We want to keep our confidence up, and so of course we want to win. So, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be the end of the world if we don't. But I feel confident that we had a really good practice yesterday. We played well on Tuesday, so I think we're starting to get back to our peak again, I hope.
All righty. Hope to see that tonight. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, again, that was the head coach interview segment for both teams. That was Hedgesville's head coach to start, Allison Whitford, as well as Musselman's head coach, Sean Martz. What'd you like to hear from both of them? Both of them really emphasizing the serve, receive, as well as passing and first touch, Jim.
Well, you don't get to be number 1 and number 3 in the state if you don't have a good offense. And the offense is predicated upon a pass that allows you, using Coach Martz's words, to get in system. And that means that the setter has the full complement of her offensive arsenal at her disposal. Conversely, a good service team can get the other team out of system, which means that they're scrambling to find an attack out of something, and then maybe the choices are limited. If you can only set outside because of a bad angle, the defense can adjust the block, maybe cheat a little bit, makes it much more difficult to end the play with a kill.
All right, let's take another 2-minute break, and then we'll be back to give you both teams' rosters, as well as look at our upcoming playoff bracket and what we've seen so far on the other side of the region. Again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
In whatever you do, it's good to go the extra mile. But when we go to Antwerp, Belgium to buy a diamond for you, we go the extra 7,982 miles, the distance from here to Antwerp. And when you see your new diamond, the sparkle in your eyes will tell us it was worth it to go the distance. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Dave and I are leaving soon on a diamond buying trip. And here's what going the extra 7,982 miles means for you. A more beautiful diamond than you thought possible for your money. Antwerp is the diamond capital of the world. We work directly with the men and women who buy and cut the diamonds. We personally inspect thousands of diamonds to pick only the best out of each parcel. And believe me, we reject hundreds of diamonds for each one we buy. Would you like to own a diamond that will blow by other diamonds in a flash? We're ready to go the extra 7,982 miles for you. See us at Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 south of 51 in Inwood.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back here to Klein Court at Musselman High School. Just getting ready for some West Virginia High School volleyball between the Hedgesville Eagles and the Musselman Lady Applemen. And this one tonight is for the Class 3A Region 2 Section 1 Championship. Both teams get to advance to the state tournament still, but bragging rights and that nice trophy and plaque on the line. Let's look starting-wise for the AAA Region 2, Section 1 and 2 playoffs so far here in Section 1. How these two teams got here. Tuesday, Musselman beat Spring Mills 3-0, and Hedgesville beat Martinsburg 3-0. As for the Section 2, there's only 3 teams over there. Washington beat Jefferson 3-0 to advance to the championship tonight against Hampshire. That is at Hampshire as well, and both of those teams will advance to Saturday's game. However, this does involve seeding on who plays who on Saturday, which starts at 2 p.m. at Hedgesville. The Game 1 will be the Section 1 winner versus Section 2 loser. Game 2 will be Section 2's winner versus Section 1's loser. And then those 2 teams will play each other for the regional championship just to have seeding benefits for the state tournament, even though both teams get to advance to that. Let's look at both teams' rosters now, and I'll let you start with Hedgesville's visiting one if you can for me, Jim.
Absolutely. Number 1, Lake and Copenhagen. Number 2, Paige Richmond. Number 3, Skylar Yates. Number 4, Paige Elliott. Number 5, Grace Gum. Number 6, Emma Sabora. Number 7, Penny Willis. Number 8, Kelsey Van Dyne. Number 9, Elena Harper. Number 10, Layla Shropshire. Number 11, Danica Props. Number 12, Kylie Hahn. Number 13, Lexi Winston. And number 14 rounds out the number 3 Hedgesville Eagles, Paisley Miller.
Yeah, let's now look at the home team, the Musselman Lady Applemen. They're in some brand new jerseys tonight, too, looking pretty sharp over there in black and gray camo with green on the front and back. You got number 2, Kaylee Weatherholtz. Number 3, Isabella Hutzler. Number 4, Hannah Howard. Number 5, Addison Walker. Number 6, Ashley Fox. Number 7, Addie Miller. Number 8, Ada McCoy. Number 9 is Madigan Faircloth. Number 10, Riley Franklin. Number 11 is Sadie Wright. Number 14 is Caroline Shipley. Number 17 is Emma Kernos. Number 21 is Kaylee Chrisman. Number 24 is Avery Lark. Number 25 is Ava Dunnigan. Should be a fun one tonight. Still a pretty decent crowd on hand. It looks like Hedgesville brought a pretty big student section. Not so much for the home side Musselman, though. Still should be loud. The parents always are for the Applemen. And before we send it to break to cover the national anthem, what's your quick keys to the game, Jim?
Quick keys to the game is no different than any other match. Serve receive's going to determine who has the better offense, and blocking for Hedgesville is going to be key. 5 players for Musselman with over 100 kills. Hedgesville's got to find out a way to stop that.
All righty, let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back to start action for West Virginia High School Volleyball. This is TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 2 minutes.
Relax. Call Roach Energy at 304-263-3329 for your propane and oil needs.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
When you've been in a wreck, you're hurting, you're confused, the insurance company's calling you.
Insurance companies are not your friend. They have a duty to their shareholders, not to you. That's why you need to call us to make sure that you are maximizing what you are entitled to.
We've recovered over $100 million for our clients. Every case is different, no result is guaranteed. But one thing's for sure, we'll treat you like family.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Don't hibernate this winter. Call Roach Energy at 304-263-3329 for your propane and oil needs.
As the national anthem concludes here at Klein Court, Musselman High School's the venue tonight for some West Virginia High School volleyball. It's the Hedgesville Eagles taking on the Musselman Applemen for the sectional championship. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is former Smithsburg head coach Jim Klein and a 3-time state champion over in Maryland. And right now, 7-time state champion Musselman Lady Applemen trying to make it another sectional championship, but they have to go through the number 3 team in the state, Hedgesville Eagles, and Hedgesville wants to knock them off to have the bragging rights in the EPAC and knock off that number 1 team in the state. It is Hedgesville in blue and gold, Musselman in camo, and their Kelly green. And what do you think of those new jerseys for them?
I really like those jerseys. I focus on the play, though, right now. My thought is that neither of these teams are eliminated as a result of the match tonight. Musselman has the home crowd behind them. Hedgesville's coming in almost like maybe they have something to prove. And I think that, maybe looking at the early goings, of course, everything's out the window when the whistle blows, but I think Hedgesville has a slight advantage coming into the start of this match tonight. So you've got to stay tuned. If you're not in this gym right now, don't change the channel. There's going to be some highlights here later.
I completely agree. And getting some noise already from Hedgesville's side. Some pretty rowdy fans on the Musselman side as well. And it looks like it should be Musselman to serve first, as they just gave the ball to Hedgesville, though, and realized that Musselman won the toss, and it'll be Madigan Faircloth to serve first for the home side in the Lady Applemen. She's in a green uniform, being the libero for Musselman. We're underway here at Musselman High in Inwood. The set from Richmond, and it's sent over.
Tight.
Sadie Wright off the block for Richmond. Van Dyne, Howard, Hutzler for Shipley.
Out.
Just out. Hedgesville strikes first. They now lead 1-0 and get the serve.
Look at that. So Hedgesville did spin the dial a little bit. Yates started at the 6. She's at the 5 now.
Richmond serves to Howard. Shipley with the attack, sent over to Yates. Richmond, opposite side to Harper, and it goes high to Howard, almost off. Faircloth.
Ooh, tough. Good
off
roll.
Off the block, Yates tries to keep it alive, and Hedgesville sends a free ball. Howard to Hutzler. Sadie Wright gets blocked, but it's a point for Musselman, so it's 1-1.
Yeah, right after they scored, I heard Yates holler, push for 1, and it's like one of those situations. If they can score 1 or 2 points by cheating Yates back to the 6 to start this game, they end up in a more favorable position. Now it's nullified.
Dunnigan serves for Musselman. Richmond sets for Hedgesville. 2 attackers go, and Hedgesville gets the point. Had Winston and Miller. It looks like Miller was the one that got the kill.
Yeah,
Miller got 2-1.
Yeah, Miller got the kill, and McCoy, it's one of those situations. She sold out playing the ball. It hung up on the net for just a second.
Grace Gum will now serve for Hedgesville. Faircloth with a pass to Shipley, and McCoy has to send it over as it went behind right. Richmond.
Same mistake both sides.
Sets it, and couldn't get there was Lexi Winston, so we're tied back up.
Yeah, McCoy with good coverage. Hedgesville just didn't answer in that mistake.
Caroline Shipley serve goes over towards Van Dyne. Richmond for Yates. And she gets it placed perfectly. Hedgesville retakes the lead 3-2. Back and forth so far to start set 1. And it'll be Van Dyne to serve for Hedgesville.
Yeah, Howard has to cover that soft middle on tip, and Yates just beat her with the roll to the deep line.
Faircloth.
Good pass.
To Shipley
Tight.
for Howard. He punches it over and gets the point, so we're tied up at 3 now.
Howard with outstanding body control. She lands. If any point of her foot completely crosses the center line, it's a violation. She managed restraint and a great tip.
Sadie Wright now serves. Almost looked like it might have sailed out, but they keep it alive. Hedgesville sends it, and the spike's out, so Musselman now takes the lead 4-3.
Yeah, Winston with a good idea. She beat the block. She just too hard. Good cut angle.
Sadie Wright serves it to Van Dyne. Richmond for
here you
Yates. Off the
Perfect
block. We're
pass.
tied back up. It's 4-4.
Yeah, perfect pass, perfect set. She's not the West Virginia Gatorade Athlete of the Year for nothing, man. She worked her way through the block.
Serving for Hedgesville is Probst. Her serve goes to Dunnigan. Shipley sets it up for Howard. Right off the server that started this rally, Probst. Musselman now leads 5-4. Kurnos will serve now as she enters for Musselman. Richmond for Yates. Recovering it. And blocked. Point Hedgesville as Skylar Yates makes it 5-5.
Yeah, I think that was Yates and Willis with some hang time there.
So now Skylar Yates will serve for Hedgesville. It goes short to Shipley. Hutzler for Howard. It's blocked back to Faircloth. Howard a second spike. Van Dyne, Richmond for Harper from the back, and it is out.
Freshman.
Musselman now leads 6-5.
Yeah, Harper just has to calm down. We kind of got in her head a little bit a week and a half ago, and things got awry. They need her on the outside.
Hannah Howard will now serve. To Van Dyne, Richmond for Harper. Harper spike goes to Howard for Musselman. Hutzler to Shipley. It's going to send back. Yates keeps it alive for Hedgesville, and Harper's going to have to send a free ball.
This is coming middle. Yep.
Overpass.
Plenty
back
of
to
space.
Musselman.
Oh, Walker again!
Walker the second time. Musselman now leads 7-5.
Yeah, Walker seemed to lack a little bit of energy on Tuesday night. A couple missed serves, 3 or 4 missed serves, a couple hitting errors. Not there. My goodness, she came alive. 2 big swings in a row.
Been so competitive. This is actually the largest lead of the evening right now, and it's only a 2-point lead. Howard.
Oh, my.
Service error makes it 7-6.
Way to jinx him. The sports doctor with the broadcaster jinx, man.
So we have some substitutes entering for Hedgesville. Paige Elliott will now serve.
Great pass by Faircloth. Got to read.
Hutzler. Chrisman just misses it. We're now notched up at 7.
Kind of got in front of it a little bit. She's got to hold back on that high set and then really reach high, snap and follow through.
Quick serve, Shipley for Musselman. Over to Hutzler, back to Shipley. Over the block and in play. It's a point for Musselman. They now lead 8-7.
Yeah, very heady play by Shipley. She worked line. She's taking advantage of Richmond there at the 2. Certainly doesn't want to mess around with Miller. Miller's got a very oppressive block.
And Faircloth will serve for Musselman as they lead by 1. It's going to Yates. Richmond for Harper. It's blocked. Van Dyne right behind her. Richmond to Harper. Howard, Hutzler, and Wright gets blocked. Tied right back up. That's the second roof for Hedgesville. It's 8-8.
Yeah, Miller's got size. I mean, that was great penetration on the net. And Wright made a good swing. It was just good play all along. Both sides.
The serve from Hedgesville just makes it over to Howard. Hutzler. Chrisman with a spike to Hedgesville, and it never went.
Yeah.
So it goes Musselman's way. They now lead 9-8.
Great call. That's a good call by the second official.
Dunnigan will now serve for Musselman. Her serve to Van Dyne.
Wow, tough
Beautiful
serve.
pass
Good pass.
from Richmond.
Yeah, good call.
And it's blocked by Ada McCoy and Sadie Wright. 10-8 Musselman.
Yeah, Wright answers the call there. Man, Harper's only a freshman. She's dealing with so much, and she's doing such a good job. That just a killer block.
Richmond from Miller. Faircloth. Shipley and McCoy off the block. It's another point for Musselman. They now lead 11-8.
They just keep wearing you down with those outside hitters. And McCoy is a freshman answering the call of Harper, the other freshman across the net. Just great play, and the future is so bright for EPAC.
Dunnigan serve to Yates for Hedgesville. Richmond sets it behind her for Harper. Musselman now on the attack from the back line, and a free ball sent by Howard to Yates. Miller looked like she might have touched the net. No call. Shipley has to send a second straight free ball. Richmond to Miller. Off the block. Point Hedgesville makes it 11-9. But I thought it should have been a Musselman point there. It looked like the first time around Miller touched the net.
Yeah, good call. And Shipley didn't get there on the block, so when the call was missed, Wright ends up blocking 1-1 against Shipley.
We have an official timeout. They're going to meet and talk to each other about something. I don't know if it might be the net, it looks like, on the near side. Scores 11-9 in set number 1. They both came out and measured it to start, but almost looks like they might try to measure it again, or if the antenna's not straight. I don't know exactly what it is over there.
Yeah, the antenna is supposed to be it's an extension of the sideline that runs vertical. So the antenna should be perfectly in line with the sideline, and if it's not, that's clearly an unfair advantage. But it runs to both teams.
Looks like it got adjusted, and we are ready to get back in action. Serving for Hedgesville is Grace Gum. Goes to Faircloth. Shipley behind her for Sadie Wright. Through the block. It's a point. Musselman, 12-9 is the score now.
Yeah, through, over, around, right sky. And I look at those double ones. I just think Sadie Wright just looks like sticks to me. We should start calling her sticks. Probably can't do that, right?
I don't know.
She just looks like a sticks.
Shipley serve goes to Van Dyne. Richmond
for
Skylar Yates, and she gets the point. Last year's Gatorade Athlete of the Year in West Virginia High School volleyball makes it 12-10. She's also a state champion pole vaulter. Definitely had the hops there. Van Dyne serve.
Yes,
an error makes it 13-10 Musselman.
I remember that. She did something like, okay, so the volleyball net we're looking at is 7'4" 1/4 inches.
Oh, yeah, that's easy for her.
Right, she pole vaulted like 7'4".
Richmond, the Yates, and it's short. Another point for Musselman makes it 14-10, largest lead of the evening for the Lady Applemen.
Yeah, but this is a nail biter. You can feel like the momentum could swing on any given swing.
Sadie Wright serves. Van Dyne mispasses, and it's
timeout.
An error.
Absolutely.
Make it 15-10, and a timeout is called. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Welcome back to Musselman High School. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein. It is 15-10 in set number 1 in the best of 5. Musselman in control right now. Sadie Wright, the senior from Musselman, will serve. Right to Van Dyne.
Perfect pass.
Richmond to Skylar Yates off the block. Hedgesville's timeout pays off as they get the point to make it 15-11. Number 11, Danica Probst, now serves for Hedgesville.
Great pass.
Beautiful to Shipley and Sadie Wright.
McCoy with the swing.
Richmond to Skylar Yates. This time it is blocked. Walker and McCoy. Oh my goodness, a brick wall makes it 16-11 Musselman.
Yeah, Coach Martz gave Walker a little talking to over there right before Hedgesville serve, and she responded to the call. Both she and McCoy, the Mangler, put up a brick wall.
Emma Kurnos will now serve. To Skylar Yates. Richmond back to Yates. This time puts it over the block, but not a lot of power, so Musselman handles it.
Perfect look for the offense.
And it is over and out off Penny Willis. 17-11, Musselman now leads.
Walker came down doing the limbo. She really reached for that block, and when she landed dangerously close to those feet going under the net.
Kurnos to serve again for Musselman. Kelsey Van Dyne, Paige Richmond for Skylar Yates. It's tipped.
Great
Shipley
save.
recovers. Chrisman over the block, and that one got touched. It's a point for Musselman, even though it was out. Makes it 18-11. I didn't see it touched. Did you, Jim?
I did not see the touch, but I looked immediately at the lines person who did not signal touch. So that's one of those situations. Mo saw something we did not.
Van Dyne for Richmond, and Skylar Yates sends it to Faircloth.
Not the best pass. Tough angle, good swing though.
Another point for Musselman makes it 19-11. Chrisman up front right now with Howard and Walker, and that front line for Musselman absolutely in control compared to Hedgesville right now.
And we've talked about this all season when we've done Musselman matches.
And right as the momentum was on the side of Musselman, it might shift now as a service error makes it 19-12. What was the point?
But it's one of those situations where the only way it's very difficult to stop that offensive lineup when you have Walker, Chrisman, and Howard in the front row. The only way you stop them, they stop themselves.
And Yates with the service error for Hedgesville makes it 20-12 Musselman.
This is that statistical red zone where the points you need to win are greater than the lead.
Howard serving for Musselman. Richmond sets it for Harper, a little bit behind her. Hutzler for Shipley, behind her as well. Richmond for Harper again. Faircloth for Shipley.
Miss hit. And miscommunication.
Skylar Yates was there for it, but thought that Probst was going to hit it. Musselman makes it 21-12 now.
Yeah, completely misspoke. What I meant to say was the total number of points needed to win is less than the total number of points in the lead.
Van Dyne with an overpass off the net. Might have hit the antenna. It's 22-12 now. Musselman up by 10, and the final timeout called by Hedgesville. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome back to Musselman High School in Inwood, West Virginia. We're in the sectional championship between Hedgesville and Musselman. Set number 1 currently in action. Musselman up 22-12. Howard serves.
Great serve.
Prompts Richmond behind her. Never went from Willis. It's another point for Musselman. 23-12 they lead.
Yeah, Howard makes this serve after missing the one in her previous rotation, and Musselman celebrates the non-block like hitting in a telephone booth.
Howard looked like it would have went out, but Probst just hits it at the very last second that she could. Point Musselman 24-12. A lot of just simple mistakes right now. Hedgesville shooting themselves in the foot. Can't do that against the number 1 team in the state, Jim. Howard to Probst. Richmond for Harper. Goes to Faircloth.
Oh, good set.
Shipley for set point to Yates.
And they
And
kind of
there
ran
it
into
is.
each other.
25-12 is the final of set number 1. Musselman defeats Hedgesville by 13. Let's take a 90-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
See that Honda badge? It reveals more than the Ridgeline's maker. It's a testament to endurance and Honda ingenuity. So when the terrain ahead is full of challenges, brace yourself. The Honda Ridgeline is about to amaze you. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Ridgeline.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
In whatever you do, it's good to go the extra mile. But when we go to Antwerp, Belgium to buy a diamond for you, we go the extra 7,982 miles, the distance from here to Antwerp. And when you see your new diamond, the sparkle in your eyes will tell us it was worth it to go the distance. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Dave and I are leaving soon on a diamond buying trip. And here's what going the extra 7,982 miles means for you. A more beautiful diamond than you thought possible for your money. Antwerp is the diamond capital of the world. We work directly with the men and women who buy and cut the diamonds. We personally inspect thousands of diamonds to pick only the best out of each parcel. And believe me, we reject hundreds of diamonds for each one we buy. Would you like to own a diamond that will blow by other diamonds in a flash? We're ready to go the extra 7,982 miles for you. See us at Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 south of 51 in Inwood.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Sets. It's great. The kids get fired up. The lines people are dancing over by the head official. And I say to Mr. Horner, that's Isaiah's father, one of our cameramen. I say to him, man, I really like the Beastie Boys better than some of this other stuff. And show enough, look what we get. Love it.
I'd like to thank our crew for this evening, as you mentioned, Isaiah Horner, as well as John Alderton and Nick Verzolini. Of course, back at the studio, Spencer Dupuis helping us out tonight, getting ready for the second set in the best of 3 between two of the top 3 teams in AAA, Musselman being number 1, Hedgesville being number 3. And the start of the set, it was back and forth, kind of like what we saw on Tuesday between Musselman and Spring Mills. Yeah, and then Musselman just kicked it into the next gear and won by 13.
Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off. No, Harper comes in to take that swing and gets blocked. And Hedgesville just cannot afford to not have attackers at every position. As soon as you start to send free balls or dumps, tips, all those different types of things, you just play right into Musselman because they reload the front row every rotation.
I completely agree. It looks like right now the front row will be the freshman Adam Coy and the other 2 juniors, Hannah Howard and Addison Walker for Musselman. Hedgesville should be serving first as we wait for the rotations to get started, and it looks like he's going to come out on that Hedgesville side for Van Dyne to get started. Looks like it'll be number 7, Penny Willis. So Willis, Richmond, Yates, Miller, Harper, trying to see who else. I should have tried to say it before they all huddled up.
Yeah, so what happens is it looks like Yates is going to start at the 5. So they're going to rely on the offense to be able, or the defense of Miller, Paisley Miller, to be able to try and shut down some of this. What you need to watch is Howard right there in the middle of the court.
The serve from Richmond to Dunnigan. Shipley for Walker. Yates and Van Dyne And Harper keep it alive on the Hedgesville side and send it to Musselman. Shipley for Howard, and a lift's called, so Hedgesville gets another first point to start the sets. They now lead 1-0.
Yeah, holler at my setters. You set with your feet first. Shipley's got to hustle off the net, leave the setter space, get her hips turned to push that ball all the way outside, and Mr. Moog calls the hands.
Paige Richmond for Howard. It's almost overpassed, and ace makes it 2-0 Hedgesville. Richmond will serve again.
So I was wrong. Actually, Yates started at the 6. She's at the 5 now after the rotation. So again, Hedgesville's trying to work as many points as they can.
Shipley sets it. Almost looked like a push over there by Howard. Block. Shipley for Howard again. And the second time around, I need to see if you're allowed to actually do that or not. I don't know. We'll hear from you, Jim, after this. Howard this time does hit it over to Van Dyne.
3 sets in a row to Howard, and all of them are 10 feet off the net.
Yates had done again.
This is trouble.
Almost overpassed. Shipley keeps it alive. Walker does so as well. It's a rally. Pretty intense one. Who's going to get the point?
Howard was early.
Yates from the back. It's an error. Makes it 2-1. Hedgesville still leads, but as I was saying, if you watch Howard there when she goes up for the spikes, instead of just hitting it down, it almost looks like she's just pushing it over. I don't know if it's with her fingertips or if she's getting a little bit of palm in there, but is there a little line there that is pretty close to making it a point for Hedgesville, Jim, or no?
Yeah, you know what? I would argue it, but then again, I'm so out of date.
It is a point for Hedgesville goes there to make it 3-1. They now lead by 2. And entering is Isabella Hutzler.
The definition of a lift is prolonged contact. And when the ball is contacted by the attacker behind their ear and leaves their hand 3 feet in front of them, I would have to argue that's prolonged contact.
Grace Gump serves it, and it's an ace for Hedgesville. They now lead 4-1. Pretty good start for the Eagles in set 2. The last time these two teams met in the regular season, it was set number 2 that Hedgesville took from Musselman.
Absolutely good call.
Gum. Hutzler sets it for Walker. Beautiful kill. 4-2 now. Musselman will serve, trailing by 2. Hannah Howard will serve for the Lady Applemen. Howard serve over the net to Van Dyne.
Oh, Paige Richmond
Richmond
working
has
so
to get
hard.
there, and Yates sends a free ball over.
Oh, my goodness.
Second straight kill for Musselman, this time from Chrisman, makes it 4-3.
Yeah, Chrisman, the sophomore. My goodness, what a reach.
Howard trying to tie it up at 4 apiece. And she does with an ace. We're tied up at 4.
Man, it's a fantastic place to serve. I mean, you've got the setter stacked right there. Miller's got to work her way through all the traffic to get to middle to block, and Winston's hanging out.
Howard to Van Dyne. Richmond for Skylar Yates off the block. Howard tried to get there, couldn't do it. Hedgesville retakes the lead at 5-4.
And I like the original strategy, serving behind the setter, pushing it way out. That time the ball flowed a little bit in front of Richmond, and a good pass made it very easy to get the ball to Yates.
Van Dyne to serve for Hedgesville. Shipley for Musselman off the net. Point Hedgesville. They now lead 6-4.
Yeah, second set, what you see from Musselman is a lot of those passes out in no man's land in that 8 to 10 to 12 feet range, which means the setter Hutzler's got to push the ball way much tighter to the net.
Howard.
Another bad pass.
Shipley over the block and overpass off the net. And past Richmond. Musselman with the point. It's now 6-5.
Richmond played it right, though. She went low. You got to get as low as you can and bring the ball out away from the net. It just took a real bad, hesitated for a second on that bottom tape.
Faircloth serves it over to Van Dyne. Skylar Yates has it tipped. Beautiful dig by Faircloth. Richmond. And
never
it is
went. Step behind her.
Willis. 6-6 now.
Yeah, Willis proved earlier she's got hops, but man, the ball was set so far behind her.
Faircloth.
Good serve. Good pass.
Yates, Richmond back to Yates. And it is in the air now on Musselman's side. Sadie Wright. It's blocked. Stays on Hedgesville's net side. Musselman now leads by 1.
Is that Sticks with the kill? Sticks with the kill.
It is.
Probably shouldn't do that, huh?
I don't know. You got to ask her. Richmond. It's going to be free ball. Shipley to capitalize.
That's off block.
It's off the block.
Yeah, good
call. Point Musselman. They now lead 8-6.
Yeah, Hedgesville knew.
Substitute entering for Hedgesville, Emma Sabora. And an error after the delay there for the sub. It's 8-7. Musselman still leads by 1. Hedgesville will serve.
In the first set on Tuesday night against Spring Mills, Faircloth with a 13-0 run at serve and a rare mistake.
Props to Howard. Hutzler. Shipley off the block. And a free ball will be sent over to Sadie Wright.
Well, that's trouble.
Shipley again. It goes to Sabora. And a second straight free ball.
Perfect pass. Anything can happen.
Sadie Wright with the kill. It's 9-7.
Just like Cole Porter said, anything goes when you run the offense just like that. Perfect pass. Perfect set. She could have gone anywhere with it. Wright had plenty of time. Everyone in the right offensive positions. Hedgesville cannot send free balls.
Hedgesville helped them. Not 1, but 2 free balls there during that rally to end it. Skylar Yates off the block. Sadie Wright again. Gets the kill. 10-7. Musselman in control right now.
And that's where I would call the timeout. That's definitely where I would call the timeout. That was an emotional big swing.
Ava Dunnigan. Beautiful serve. A beautiful pass by Probst. Gets it to her teammate, and Willis sends it over. The freshman McCoy makes it 11-7 Musselman. And a timeout now will be called by Hedgesville. Let's take a 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back here to Klein Court. We're at Musselman High School. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein. We're in set number 2 in the best of 5 between the visiting Hedgesville Eagles and your home side, the Musselman Lady Applemen.
Yeah, and I just want to thank my good buddy Chris Strovel for helping people understand that the big M on the floor stands for not Hedgesville. No, we're at Musselman High School. Come on, man. Hedgesville at Musselman, number 3 at number 1.
Musselman serves, and get ready, Jim.
Ooh, are you okay, Paige?
Richmond running into the scores table right here. Gonna see if she's okay. It's 12-7 Musselman. They now lead by 5, and it looks like Richmond is okay. Definitely see a little bit of pain in her. She's favoring herself, but gives 2 thumbs up. That was a hard hit, though, on that scores table. Made of wood here. You could hear it. We're back in action. And Richmond right back at it with the set. And Yates gets the point for Hedgesville to make it 12-8, so didn't look like it hurt her too much.
Yeah,
even if it did, you're going to power through. It's a sectional championship.
Yeah, she did hit the table hard. I mean,
Yeah.
that was definitely don't want to see play affected by that type of a situation.
Not at all. Yates for Dunnigan. The Mangler off the block. It's a point for Musselman, makes it 13-8. Caroline Shipley will serve. Saw her on Tuesday with 17 straight points for Musselman.
Yeah, part of that 30-0 run.
Skylar Yates from the back line. Faircloth passes for Shipley. Sadie Wright.
It's going to be a free ball. Got to be angled.
And it is.
Oh, no one's there. And hands.
Lift called, makes it 13-9, and Sean March, the Musselman coach, not happy with that one. Lead is now 4 points for Musselman. Hedgesville will serve, and you agree with that call there?
Absolutely not. I do not. It's rare. You don't see bad hand calls almost the entire regular season, and all of a sudden.
Richmond for Harper. And it's an error, makes it 14-9 Musselman. Sadie Wright will serve for Musselman now.
Yeah, Coach Mark's giving the head official a lesson on what the definition of multiple contact would be for the setter, when in fact I would call that more of a lift. Oh, that's trouble. Yeah, no play.
And it's a point Hedgesville. Howard trying to get the angle, but it stayed on Musselman's side, so it's 14-10. Serving now for Hedgesville will be Paige Richmond. Richmond and Dunnigan. Shipley for Howard. Van Dyne keeps it alive, and Richmond and Winston almost collide near the scores table. 15-10, Musselman now leads. Emma Kurnos, as well as Kelly Chrisman, now enter.
Yeah, last time these two teams matched up, Kurnos scored a lot of points from the back line. It'll be interesting to see if she's got that in her tonight.
Emma Kurnos to serve. Van Dyne, Richmond. Sets it behind her for Harper.
Soft.
Howard, at an awkward angle, still manages to set it over.
That's tight.
And Harper makes it 15-11. The kill for Hedgesville makes a deficit 4. The freshman for Hedgesville's side putting her name in the stat book.
Yeah, that's good that she developed some short-term memory after that last gaff in the front row. That was a fantastic swing.
The freshman, Harper will now serve, and a gaff is back. The service error makes it 16-11. Hannah Howard will now serve for Musselman. Musselman up 1-0 against Hedgesville in the best of 5. Hedgesville's Richmond sets it for Yates, and it's a point for Hedgesville, makes it 16-12. So the lead's at 4. Hedgesville in last set only managed to score 12. Trying to do better than that this time around, and it is Kelsey Van Dyne to serve.
Oh, perfect pass. Good serve, good pass.
Hutzler's set. Looked like the timing between her and Walker was off, so now it's 16-13.
Yeah, you just never know. Is it miscommunication? Is Walker expecting
Almost looked like Walker jumped early to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
She was coming down when the ball was at its peak.
Yeah, she set a 1, and Hutzler came on a 2 or 3. That's
Hutzler
another
for
short.
Shipley this time, and it's out.
It's
Make
another
it
short.
16-14 now. Hedgesville's cut the deficit in half. It's only a 2-point lead for Musselman.
Yeah, Hutzler's struggling right now.
Van Dyne, beautiful serve. Faircloth to Howard. It's going to be right at the net. Shipley puts it over the block. Skylar Yates over the block of Musselman's. Shipley again, this time off the block. It's a point for Musselman to make it 17-14. Beautiful tool there by Caroline Shipley to get the kill. And it'll be Faircloth to serve. Faircloth, Richmond, Yates.
Perfect pass.
Hutzler for Sadie Wright.
Great dig.
That ball almost hitting the football state championship banner.
Another perfect pass. They're out of system. Yep.
Musselman capitalizes to make it 18-14. And it was Chrisman doing so.
Well, if you heard the pregame communication, the interview with Coach Martz, what he said, that is textbook.
Richmond sets it for Willis off the block. Almost a pancaked by Howard. It's now 18-15. Hedgesville gets the point there. Danica Probst serves for Hedgesville to Musselman. Miscommunication between Howard and Shipley.
Free ball. Not a miss hit.
And a down error makes it 18-16 now. Hedgesville trails by 2 and still serves. And it will be Probst again. Martz coaching up his side. Whitford doing the same for Hedgesville.
Oh, not a good pass.
Backline attack from Howard. Yates off the block, and it's a 1-point lead now, 18-17. Hedgesville trying to tie it up now. Probst, way too hard. You can tell as soon as that left her hand that it was going to go out of play. It's 19-17 now.
And that, like the timing for that service error, my goodness. A chance to tie at 18 all. One sails.
Ava Dunnigan will now serve for Musselman. It's into Van Dyne. Richmond sets it for Skylar Yates off the block. And out of play, it's a point for Hedgesville as it was tipped, makes it 19-18. Chance of Gatorade coming from the Hedgesville student section for Skylar Yates.
Bunch of thirsty boys over there. You love me, man. You love what I got.
I think that was your best pun yet. I'll give it to you. Spencer's probably dying of laughter right now, and it's a point. Musselman makes it 20-18.
That's the Mangler. That's the freshman, the Frosh. Ada McCoy, also known as the daughter of Phil McCoy.
Caroline Shipley serves. Van Dyne off the net. Richmond was there but couldn't get a pass behind her. 21-18, Musselman leads now. Caroline Shipley to serve again. Yates, and a free ball will be sent deep. Faircloth keeps it alive. Shipley can't get there, almost ran into Chrisman. Some miscommunication gives an easy point to Hedgesville off of free ball. It's now 21-19.
Yeah, Faircloth was aggressive. If she's not sure, she made a decision, play the ball. Shipley maybe needed to make a help call there. Howard could have made a much easier play.
Off the net, Howard drops down and gets it. Richmond. Harper spike to Faircloth.
Low.
Howard for Elliott. Richmond and a free ball sent by Harper.
No.
Can Musselman capitalize this time? Yes, Sadie Wright with the roof makes it 22-19. She had the spike the first time around and just finished it off the second time. Looks like Paige Elliott might be a little bit shaken up after that too. Kind of see a limp. Sadie Wright serves to Skylar Yates. Ada McCoy kept it alive the first time around, can't get there the second time, and it is a point for Hedgesville to make it 22-20. And guess who I just noticed is in attendance, getting in a volleyball match before a big football match tomorrow? Hedgesville's head coach, Mr. Matt Faircloth. Addison Walker off the net. It's 22-21, and the timeout will be called by Musselman. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10. WRNR TV on YouTube.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Welcome back to Musselman High School. As you see there on the camera, it's Mr. Matt Fairclough, Hedgesville's head coach. Has a football game tomorrow, the last one of the season for them. And the serve from the Lady Eagles over to the Lady Applemen. Walker to Yates. Harper almost ties things up, but Fairclough keeps the rally alive, and there we go. We're tied up at 22 now. Looks like a lift was called on the set.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with that when the ball did come out kind of funky with the weird spin.
Howard for Shipley to Walker. Harper gets blocked, so Musselman retakes the lead. McCoy and Walker makes it 23-22.
Yeah, I met Coach Fairclough at a Rotary Club meeting. He is not a little guy.
I also want to correct, thank you, Spencer Dupuis. So used to saying Friday night because that's typically when high school football is. They actually play Saturday.
Ah, very good. Nice catch.
Yep.
That's the executive producer.
Not tonight, that's Nick. And a point, Hedgesville, 23 all now. So we're in a win by 2 situation.
Well, it's always win by 2.
Well, now it is clearly a win by 2. Harper serves it to Fairclough. Hutzler behind her for Shipley. It's out, point Hedgesville. And another timeout will be called by Musselman as Hedgesville now leads 24-23. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Here to Musselman. It is set point opportunity for Hedgesville. Howard for Musselman. Shipley and Hutzler run into each other, so it's a free ball sent over. Can Hedgesville capitalize? Skylar Yates, oh my goodness, puts it down, almost dented the court. Hedgesville wins the second set 25-23 over Musselman. It's now tied up at 1 set apiece. Let's take a 90-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton & Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton & Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton & Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton & Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton & Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Home helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle. Or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
To Klein Court here at Musselman High School. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Mr. Jim Klein. We got Nick Verzolini, Isaiah Horner, and John Alderton on our crew. And back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis. We're tied up at 1-all now in the best of 5 as Hedgesville takes the second set 25-23. So pretty entertaining match so far, always is, between these two EPAC powerhouse. Even a powerhouse in the state, as it is number 3 Hedgesville in the rankings and number 1 Musselman in the Max Preps rankings as well. Both of these teams do advance, however, to the regional tournament on Saturday, 2 p.m. at Hedgesville High School. They get to host this year. This one tonight, though, still for the sectional championship and better seeding for Saturday.
When you're number 1 and number 3 in the state, really, though, like the seeding matter on Saturday. I'm not trying to take away anything from their opponents, but both teams elevated play in the second set. Musselman sent actually too many free balls. A lot of passes in that 8 to 15 foot range, which made it very difficult for the setters to generate offense.
We get ready to start. It'll be Musselman to serve first. It'll be the hammer, Hannah Howard, to serve. Both sides are ready. We're underway for the third set. Howard. Harper off the block. Shipley off the net. Point Hedgesville.
Faircloth calls roll. Shipley goes aggressive. This does not roll or fails to execute.
Faircloth. Hutzler for Shipley, and it touches the antenna off the block. Alexi Winston, 1-1.
Man, Faircloth is such a heady player. She was right in perfect position to cover off block. And man, before anyone could even react, she had already called it off the antenna.
Van Dyne for Richmond. Over to Miller. Sends it to the back line. Howard ready for it. Sadie Wright with the left hand makes it 2-1 Musselman. Don't see that typically from her.
Sticks reaches up into the banners to pull that one down with her left hand.
6'1". Sadie Wright makes it Musselman 2, Hedgesville 1. Miller through the block.
Good play by Howard.
Caroline Shipley gets hers blocked, but bumps it back up for
Great
Faircloth
decision.
to the opposite side. Off the net. Point Musselman, 3-1. Chrisman. Good offense there for Musselman, able to just switch sides quickly, and the block couldn't get over in time from Hedgesville.
Yeah, Crispin just didn't get back for an approach. This is trouble.
Over past Richmond, has to hit it behind her. They called somebody touched it. I didn't think anybody, March disagrees
back row
as well.
attack because Richmond is a back row player. And
the point goes to Hedgesville there.
Richmond was blocking at the net.
Shipley argue that and say about the back row. I also thought it was 4 touches. I never saw Musselman side touch it. Did you?
She was blocking from the back row. Richmond was blocking at the net. If she touches the ball, it's
Well, it's 3-2 now. And Harper serves it over quickly with everybody out of position on Musselman's side. Mark's still furious. Shipley over the block. Miller. And it's a point for Musselman, makes it 4-2. We wait for some substitutes to come in on the Appleman side. Ava Dunnigan as well as Ada McCoy. Check in for Isabella Hutzler and Kaylee Chrisman. Ava Dunnigan will now serve for Musselman as they lead by 2, and now the captain on Hedgesville's side, Skylar Yates, going to go talk to the official about something. Both sides not happy with the officiating right now. Up until this point, it was actually pretty good so far. Tied up at 1-1 in the sets in the best of 5. This one, tension's building. It is for the sectional championship, so it's pretty understandable. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein. Still some confusion right now, and we'll resume action. Don't know exactly what it was about, though.
No clue.
Dunnigan to Van Dyne. And it's blocked by McCoy and Wright. Point Musselman makes it 5-2.
All I know for certain is that Richmond was blocking. Coach March was correct. The back row player moved up to the net, made contact with the ball above the plane of the net in front of the 10 line, which is a violation.
Van Dyne for Richmond. Skylar Yates.
Hitting error.
Hitting error makes it 6-2 Musselman. Looked like Yates was a little bit too far back for comfort.
Yeah, and I think Coach wanted a TO there, and she pulled back. Whitford came all the way up, had her hands up, and then looked like Yates gave her like the little bit of a calm down type sign, and she didn't blow it. Very early in the match, in a back and forth like this, you blow one at 6-2, can come back to haunt you at 20-23. Dunnigan serves it just in, and Ace Musselman makes it 7-2, and there's the timeout called by Hedgesville. It's a 5-point lead for Musselman. We're back in 30 seconds. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states. Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to Musselman High School here in Inwood, West Virginia. High school volleyball action right now. It is set number 3, Musselman and Hedgesville in action. Musselman leads 7-2 in the best of 5.
In 10 years as a paid volleyball coach in the state of Maryland, I received 3 yellow cards. One time because I improperly submitted a lineup. The other 2 times were very subjective. What I've witnessed between the coaches berating the officials far exceeds anything that I ever did to warrant a yellow card, and the restraint of these officials in a very important match, I think, is unbelievable.
Well, Maryland might be a little bit more liberal compared to West Virginia when it comes to stuff like that.
Absolute thing. Not a pun, but
the
man,
news side coming out at me right now.
That's it, man. You should
catch me every morning, everybody.
Man, throwing your pistol fingers out there with that one. Love it. They have a red governor, and the state bleeds blue. Let's not talk. Let's leave that for Eastern Panhandle talk.
Let's leave that
Monday through Friday morning, 8 to 10.
Put a pin in it. Ava Dunnigan will now serve for Musselman. Floats over to Van Dyne. Richmond. Yates off the block. Hedgesville still gets the point, even though, as you said, and I agree, it looked like there was going to be some trouble there on that.
Yeah, Richmond got on her horse. She got there, got the ball up, and Yates with a huge swing right when they needed it.
That's why Richmond already has over 400 assists in her career. 7-3 now. Van Dyne to Faircloth, and it's going to go way over the bench and out. It's an ace for Hedgesville to make it 7-5. Excuse me, 7-4. Van Dyne will serve again, the libero for Hedgesville. Goes out of play. Service error makes it 8-4. Caroline Shipley will now serve for Musselman. Her serve over the net for Sabora.
Tight. She has to reach, and it's
Yates
blocked
has
out.
it blocked, but it's out of play. Point Hedgesville. So Skylar Yates, sneaky there up front, makes it 8-5.
Yeah, it's tight, and that's where the freshman McCoy will learn. She's got to push with that right hand. She probably could have stolen that off of Yates' hand. The ball was so tight to the net.
And the serve from Probst over to Musselman now. Sadie Wright, the other number 11 on the court, sends it back to Hedgesville. Skylar Yates off the block. It's in anyway. Point Hedgesville. 8-6 is the score now. The Eagles trail by 2 against the Applemen. Still a beautiful kill by last year's Gatorade Athlete of the Year for high school volleyball, and Skylar Yates.
Yeah, Hedgesville passing very well. Good sets by Richmond.
Sadie Wright off the net, and it's in. Point Musselman. They now lead 9-6.
That's a very good call. Wright's got that big reach. Managed to find the angle even though it rolled on the net.
Walker now checks in. Sadie Wright will serve. So it's Walker, McCoy, and Howard up front for Musselman. On the opposite side is Richmond, but we get an ace anyway for Musselman to make it 10-6. Bad first touch there by Hedgesville, and that is exactly what Coach Whitford said in the pregame interview, that it can't happen. And again, another one. Emma Sabora makes it 11-6 now with another bad first touch.
They changed the serve receive. They changed the serve receive. They dropped Sabora out of the serve receive and brought Props back in, hiding Sabora.
And it goes to Van Dyne. Yates
off block.
Off the block. Just out though. Point Hedgesville makes it 11-7. Walker had the block placed beautifully, but all that power from Skylar Yates just made it go from one end of the court out on the other end.
Yeah, when you block, you have to actually reach over the plane of the net so that you're creating that funnel to push the ball down.
Howard finesses it perfectly through as two players collide with each other, and it looks like it's Van Dyne and Richmond, and Van Dyne looks hurt. Hopefully she will be okay. Shoulders collided and face injury as well, so don't like to see that. Hopefully she'll be okay. She goes to the bench, and round of applause for her. It's a hard-fought battle. Sectional championship on the line, and that is definitely a player that Hedgesville is going to need in.
Looks like she's got a shiner coming in on her left cheek. Looks
you
like
can see it.
Yeah, Paige.
They collided when they both dove, but
yeah, it looks like Paige Richmond's forehead.
Some respect between the teams as well. I like it, even though it's a big rivalry. Musselman, face-wise, expression-wise, definitely looks concerned for number 8, Kelsey Van Dyne, on the opposite end.
Yeah, it looked like the crown of Richmond's head hit her square in that right orbital bone.
So we get ready to start back. It's 12-7. Musselman leads. We're in the third set in the best of 5. As they make sure the rotation's set, Kurnos serves to Yates, and her first touch is off. An ace for Musselman makes it 13-7.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. You don't necessarily want to serve to the best athlete on Hedgesville's side of the court, but the setter is set up on that offhand side, so serving behind her makes a tough angle.
Kurnos.
Overpass.
An overpass, the first one of the evening, and Chrisman, bad first pass, so a free ball. And the spike is out. Point Musselman. Hedgesville trying to call for a tip off Penny Willis' spike. Doesn't get it. It's now 14-7.
I didn't see touch, but boy, everybody in the Hedgesville side was asking for it. That's tight too.
Richmond, and Howard blocks it, so it goes right back to Richmond. Willis sends it over. I don't know if she knew that it was touched. Chrisman behind her. And Yates. Free ball for Musselman.
Faircloth, the senior, takes control. Oh, and
Walker's spike stays on Musselman's side, so it's a point for Hedgesville to make it 14-8. Paige Elliott, as well as Paisley Miller, enter for Hedgesville. Still glancing over behind Hedgesville's bench. Kelsey Van Dyne still being attended to as we resume action. It's an ace for Hedgesville. Caroline Shipley's first touch goes over the bench of Musselman and out. 14-9 now. Serving still is Paige Elliott. Again to Shipley. This time her pass goes to
Off the
Hutzler.
net. She didn't push into the net.
Richmond, backline from Yates. Walker for Hutzler.
There it is.
Howard a second time off the block, but Yates, beautiful dig by her. Harper to the opposite side of Shipley.
Oh, again, Hutzler just not confident right now.
Chrisman puts it off the block. It's a point. Musselman makes it 15-9.
Yeah, Coach Marks exuding Hutzler to push the ball a little bit tighter.
Howard serves now for Musselman. And it's off the net. 15-10 now is the score. Hedgesville will serve as number 13, Lexi Winston, checks in. Paige Richmond will serve. Richmond, the one that collided with Kelsey Van Dyne, who's the injured Eagle. And Walker spike goes out. Point Hedgesville makes it 15-11. This is the same spot that we saw Hedgesville come back in set number 2. Hard serve to Howard.
And then it's off the net. Good adjustment by Chrisman.
Harper just sends a free ball. Howard was ready for it. Chrisman off the net. Another point for Hedgesville makes it 15-12. Hedgesville right now still chipping away at this lead of Musselman's. It's within 3. Faircloth to Hutzler. Chrisman. Harper has it blocked, stays on Hedgesville's side. Yates on the line and out. Point Musselman makes it 16-12.
Van Dyne has a very big, it's a welt, a giant, a lot of facial swelling.
Let's hope she is okay later on. Harper. Faircloth. Sadie Wright. Calling for it was Elliott,
but a free ball.
Got it taken from her. Hutzler, Sadie Wright off the net. It's going to go towards the bench. Yates keeps it alive and can't get it as Paige Elliott. Point Musselman. It's now 17-12. So what was once a 3-point lead now has 2 quick points and a 5-point lead for Musselman. All right, as I say it, a service error makes it 17-13. Elena Harper will now serve for Hedgesville.
I almost feel like Faircloth was rushing a little bit there.
Hutzler. And it's blocked. Point Hedgesville. 17-14 now, so it's back to a 3-point lead for Musselman. Harper to serve again. To Howard, overpass, off the net. Hutzler can't get there. It's 17-15 now.
Got to get a pass.
Harper serving again for the Eagles. And it's an error. So 2 points, 2 points, 2 points for each side. It's 18-15.
It's like very similar to the first set. Right when Hedgesville has a chance to inch closer, a missed serve. In the second set, that did not bite them. They had a chance to tie it at 18-0 and ended up pulling out the set.
Dunnigan checks in and serves for Musselman. It's an overpass. Sadie Wright at the net. Richmond under the net. Point Musselman, 19-15. They lead by 4. Winford talking to Yates now for Hedgesville. Dunnigan has the ball back in her hands and serves it over. Beautiful serve. It's an ace for Musselman. Makes it 20-15.
Good timeout.
And a timeout called by Hedgesville. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
To Musselman High School. We're in the third set in the best of 5. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein. It's the sectional championship between the Hedgesville Eagles and the Musselman Applemen. Musselman right now leads 20-15 in set number 3.
You're not a human if your heart doesn't go out to Kelsey Van Dyne right now, number 8 for Hedgesville. She's on the sideline. It looks like she's not going to be transported someplace. She's walking around moving, but a giant goose egg below her left eye, applying ice.
Dunnigan serves to Elliott. Yates and Richmond just sends a free ball over. Shipley for Sadie Wright, and it's an overpass off the connector between the net and the bar, so it's a point for Musselman, makes it 21-15.
Dunnigan doesn't let the timeout work. She plays much more confidently than a sophomore, in my opinion.
Dunnigan, a hard serve and a bad first hit. An ace makes it 22-15 now, Musselman. They're in the driver's seat trying to put set number 3 away and take a 2-1 set lead. Dunnigan to Elliott.
Good pass.
Richmond for Skylar Yates off the net.
2.
They said that somebody touched
That's free.
Free ball for Shipley.
And McCoy.
The Mangler makes it 23-15.
You send up the Gatorade Athlete of the Year. She takes a massive swing, end up getting the ball back across, and then what happens? Musselman comes at you with a freshman with the kill.
Musselman needs 2 more points.
Here she is.
Skylar Yates over the block and out. Point Musselman 24-15. It's now set point for the Lady Applemen. To finish it off, Ava Dunnigan serve. To Paige Elliott. Richmond for Skylar Yates. And it's in. Point Hedgesville. It's now 24-16, but Hedgesville needs 8 straight points.
Talk about elevating your game. That's what she did outside right there. Way above the blocks. Sadie Wright. Sticks is up there, and Yates still puts it down.
Layla Shropshire enters and serves. Goes to Howard. Shipley for Sadie Wright. It's a bit behind her, and Shropshire keeps it alive. From the back line, off Emma Sabora, it's out, and that is the set. Musselman wins 25-16 in set number 3, and now has a 2-1 set lead. Let's take another 90-second break, and then we'll be back for the 4th set. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at
Orsini's.com.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Next to Musselman High School. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein getting ready for the fourth set between Hedgesville and Musselman. And another person to mention in attendance on the Hedgesville side. I already said that Matt Faircloth, the football coach for the Eagles, also in attendance the boys basketball coach, Mr. Kelly Church, behind the bench of Hedgesville's volleyball side. So the Eagles trying to pull out all the stops, getting some noise together, student section, and now they need to win 2 straight sets to win the section though, Jim.
Yeah, I used to love that when I coached, and Coach Carol Reed and Buddy Orndorff and Jimmy Powell and all these guys, the legends coaching, come in to watch, a women's sport which often doesn't get the respect that it deserves. And I'm so grateful for TV10 to give us the opportunity to be able to air female. These are athletes, student athletes that work their tail off, and they deserve this kind of recognition. Musselman ranked number 1 in the state at home against Hedgesville, ranked number 3 in the state. And right now, without one of their key players, Kelsey Van Dyne, gone down with the facial injury, appears to be an injury to her orbital bone on her left side of her face. Hedgesville has to rally right now, down 2-1.
See, I'm only a sports doctor, so I have no idea what an orbital bone is. I'd have to ask the actual doctor in the family that.
You got one of those, man. You got good genes. You got good genes, brother. Got a judge and
the only bones
doctor.
I know is that song, like the foot bone's connected to the leg bone or whatever it is.
Well, Dr. McLaughlin, shout out. You got a great son, buddy.
We get ready to start the fourth set. Also, shout out to your family. How about that? Juliana Klein probably watching it
yes,
right now.
Juanita Klein. Yes, she's
Juanita,
not, yes, that's okay. That's all right. That's all right.
I'll get it right next time, Mama
She
Klein.
and old Frank Klein are watching in Windsor, Pennsylvania. Shout out to the fam.
Say it's phonetically. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's okay. That's all right.
We have a switch-up libero-wise since Kelsey Van Dyne's out. It looks like Layla Shropshire will now be the libero for Hedgesville and get to go in. So somebody that just checked in that third set for the final couple points is now going to have to be put in the position to be on the starting rotation. That's a big change for Hedgesville. Let's see what Shropshire can do.
I used to tell my kids, you play 85% of the season. You play 85 because you show up to all these practices. You go through all these drills and motions. You might not get to play as much in the matches you want. Shropshire gets her chance on perhaps the biggest stage of the year right now.
Has to be the next person up as Hedgesville serves first. Hutzler sets it for Caroline Shipley, and an overpass from Yates. Almost deep enough to get a point, but point Musselman as Hutzler makes it 1-0.
Harper's out of position. She's not in a blocking situation there. She's got to release in transition, throw that right hip back, and drop step.
Faircloth to Yates. Richmond behind her for Harper.
Good
Howard
adjustment.
with a dig. Caroline Shipley and Richmond. Yates already on the court, tried to crawl for that one. 2-0 Musselman after Yates couldn't get there. Putting everything on the line. Van Dyne comes back and sits on the bench. Looks like the swelling might have went down a little bit. Glad she's okay, though. And Shropshire with her first action of the fourth set, being the new libero, and a deep free ball to Howard.
Perfect pass.
Hutzler for Sadie Wright off the block.
Another free ball.
Richmond's free ball to Faircloth.
Oh, not as good of a pass. Tough angle.
Chrisman, it's blocked. Point Hedgesville. It's Elena Harper closing the door to make it 2-1.
Pass pulls the setter off the net. She goes with the back set, pushes Chrisman a little bit tight. She doesn't have room to work around the block. She's got to make an adjustment.
Harper serves it to Howard. Hutzler over to Shipley.
Miss hit.
Harper for Richmond, and Miller off the block. No, never mind. I thought it touched somebody They say otherwise, so it's a point for Musselman. It's 3-1.
Yeah, Miller with the right idea. I just didn't see the touch, and I whipped my head around a obscured vision to try and see if the linesperson called touch, and no call.
No call. Dunnigan and McCoy check in for Musselman, and it'll be Ava Dunnigan, the sophomore, to serve. Miller to the back of Howard, and it's sent to McCoy. Yates, and
Touch
it's
call.
tipped. Point Hedgesville. It's sent over. Shipley. Sadie Wright. Skylar Yates.
Guys got to talk.
Skylar Yates has it blocked, and it's tipped. Point Hedgesville.
Wow, Yates with the shoot. Like that play, man. Hedgesville could run that more often, try and get individual blocking.
Shropshire serves it to Howard. Shipley for Sadie Wright, and it's right at Shropshire. Point Musselman makes it 4-3.
Yeah, going to be real tough to stop that in that front row lineup. You're asking Lexi Winston to try and stop Sadie Wright from that. It was a perfect set.
Shipley over at Sabora. Skylar Yates off the block.
Oh, got to move your feet.
They called a pancake. Caroline Shipley kept that alive. Wow. Yates a second time.
That's sports
gets it off the block. It's a point.
Yeah,
Hedgesville. It's now 4-4.
Shipley shaking her head like she didn't play it, and honestly, I didn't think she played it either. Got to get on her toes. She needs that pre-hop and move.
Danica Props now serves. Things get even more intense in here. Just to add, make sure it's Yates.
That's good play.
Gets it, and it's a point.
All
makes
right,
it 5-4.
What?
As I was trying to say, the sectional championship plaque has just entered Klein Court's gymnasium.
He called double contact. I thought that.
I don't know. Nonetheless, it's 5-4. Hannah Howard. Skylar Yates now. Howard gets out of the way of Shipley, and a free ball sent to Hedgesville. Who else but Skylar Yates? It's blocked, but right back at her and out of play. Point Hedgesville makes it 6-4.
Got to turn the block. Got to push it inside. Push.
The Eagles right now without their usual libero, Kelsey Van Dyne, in control. And right as I say it, it's a service error. Danica Probst off the net at 6-5. Sadie Wright will now serve for Musselman.
This has been a tough serve receive in some rotations.
Sadie Wright serves.
Not that time.
Shropshire Richmond for Yates. She seemed a little bit off timing-wise. We're now tied up at 6.
Yes, that was a little bit low. Yates couldn't get there, tried to cut it.
Sadie Wright, the serve. Richmond for Skylar Yates off the block.
Good save.
Sadie Wright for Howard. And it's an overpass. Howard again. No, off the antenna. It's a point for Musselman. 7-6, the Appleman lead.
Good effort by Richmond. She went for it.
Yep, Richmond and Howard were going to clash there at the net, but the antenna saved it from doing so.
Free ball.
Yates sends the free ball. It looked like it
Perfect
was close
pass.
to the line.
That's trouble. Yep.
Howard.
Single block off
over
Richmond.
the block for Richmond, yep.
Yeah, have you heard that before on Sports Mix? The insurmountable task in front of Paige Richmond is single blocking against Hannah Howard on the outside. My goodness, tough task.
8-6 now. Sadie Wright, Shropshire.
Good pass.
Richmond for Skylar Yates. And it's out. Point Musselman. They now lead 9-6.
Yeah, this is a good front row for Musselman. So Yates is trying to work around the block of Walker and McCoy.
Sadie Wright to Shropshire. Richmond sets it for Yates, and it's blocked by McCoy. Stays on Musselman's side. Walker has it blocked by Yates. It's over to Hedgesville. Skylar Yates off the block. Point Hedgesville. 9-7's the score now. I saw you shrugging your shoulders over there.
Yeah,
Jim. What was it?
It's just one of those things where you just love to see seniors elevate, improve their play, get after it. Sadie Wright went back to the end line, got Musselman a couple points. Yates comes in. She's tipping. She's digging. Just good play.
Serve. Shipley for Walker. It's going to go in a beautiful save by Hedgesville. McCoy off the net. The rally's alive. Yates from the back line. It's going to go deep. Over the bench and out. It's a point for Hedgesville. It's now 9-8. Musselman only leads by 1.
Yep, Walker late in transition. We talk about this all the time. Either you're blocking or you're passing. What are you doing? You can't be in no man's land. I really like to keep my middles up and block.
Shipley. Howard over the block of Willis. Beautiful finesse by Hannah Howard makes it 10-8.
Yeah, very smart play, very heady play.
Kurnos and Chrisman check in for Musselman. Kurnos will serve. Emma Kurnos' serve goes to Shropshire. Passes to Richmond. Willis gets the kill, 10-9. Hedgesville makes the lead, only 1 point again, and the Eagles will serve as well. Looks like Hedgesville has some added motivation trying to play for their injured teammate in Kelsey Van Dyne. Howard.
Great serve, good pass.
Hutzer for Walker. It's out. We're tied at 10. Do or die time for the sectional championship right now for Hedgesville. As Musselman leads 2-1. The Eagles have tied it up at 10 in the 4th set. Elliott serves it to Howard. Shipley falls off her teammates and gets it to Howard. Elliott dives for it. Richmond for Harper. Faircloth has to send it over, and it's a beautiful swing. Free ball for Musselman to retake the lead. Hannah Howard off the block. No. Richmond for Harper off the antenna. It's a point for Musselman. You could clearly tell that one hit that red and white candy cane looking antenna. Almost bent it backwards.
Yeah, that was a good swing by Harper. It's unfortunate. She just gets a little bit more angle. That's a freshman over there who's swinging for the fence. That's an outstanding play.
So it's 11-10 now. Musselman back on top. Hannah Howard serves it over to Skylar Yates. Richmond for Elena Harper, and it's blocked by Walker and Chrisman. 12-10. Musselman leads now.
Yeah, it's a lot of confidence that you have in your freshman outside hitter. I mean, she comes off of a hitting error, hitting the ball into the antenna. Great pass. You come right back to the freshman, and Musselman just closes the door.
Howard serves it to Yates.
Another perfect pass. Anything happens.
Richmond for Miller. Off the hands of Faircloth. Point Hedgesville makes it 12-11.
Anything goes with a good pass. Anything goes, and that's exactly what happened there. Paige Richmond could have pushed the ball wherever she wanted.
Richmond now serves to Howard. Putzler.
Perfect pass and a quick.
For Shipley with a bullet, and it's going to go into the stands from Yates. 13-11, Musselman leads now.
Yeah, ran that short outside. Shipley was able to beat the blockers. Good timing. Starts with a good pass and an outstanding set.
Faircloth, Yates. Richmond has to dive for it. It's an overpass. Sadie Wright tries to capitalize, but Shropshire keeps it alive.
Oh, it's tight. No play.
Nobody ever touched that on Hedgesville. Good call by the second official.
Yep,
it's
great
13-12 now. Hedgesville gets the point there and will serve.
Yeah, right with the miss hit, she had a little funny look on her face there. She knew she had missed it, but she kept playing.
Elena Harper to serve for Hedgesville.
Great serve by Harper.
Howard was ready. Sadie Wright with her left hand again gets the point for Musselman. It's 14-12. Right-handed Sadie Wright just quickly put that left arm up and just taps it off the block.
Yep, Styx is ambi-dynamic. What a great play with her left hand.
Ava Dunnigan will now serve.
Bump set.
Skylar Yates from the back line. Nothing doing there for Hedgesville. Sadie Wright this time with that right hand. Yates.
Oh, got to move your feet.
Dunnigan for McCoy. Goes to the back line of Hedgesville. Richmond for Skylar Yates.
That was in.
And it's in. Point Hedgesville. It's 14-13.
Very smart play. Very heady play by Yates. Pushing into that deep corner. As deep as you can go to the one, but Howard gave it full effort. Everybody scrapping for every pivotal point.
Shropshire will now serve for Hedgesville. And it's a service error, makes it 15-13 Musselman. That's what you don't want from Hedgesville.
Yeah, I would jot that down as a key point to the game if that comes about, because Hedgesville has had three attempts in this match where they could have tied a game or set and missed serve.
Richmond for Yates.
Oh, my.
Beautifully kept alive by Dunnigan with the dig. McCoy. It's in. Point Musselman. The freshman Ada McCoy makes it 16-13.
Dunnigan with an incredible dig.
Could this be the turning point that Musselman needed to get back in the driver's seat? And Ace makes it 17-13. Since it came fully across the side, it's why Hedgesville couldn't play that.
Only the ball. The player can. I was not. Wow.
Shropshire over for Sabora, and Yates sends it to Howard for Musselman. Shipley to Sadie Wright. Shropshire with a beautiful dig. She has stepped up when Hedgesville needed her to in the place of Van Dyne. Howard off the net. It's in. Wow, point Musselman. I can't see that line on the far side. I was looking up on top of the net. 18-13 Musselman now. Do you agree? I mean, it's hard to see that far side from where we are, but
it is very hard. I don't.
Howard. That one's out. Point Hedgesville makes it 18-14. Hedgesville right now, this needs to start its comeback, otherwise Musselman is your sectional champion. Dunnigan, Faircloth for Howard from the back to Shropshire. Richmond for Skylar Yates. Yes, point Hedgesville, it's 18-15. Skylar Yates with an absolute rocket kill. Danica Probst serving. And it's an error. 19-15. Musselman will serve. Sadie Wright goes back there to do so. Sadie Wright to Shropshire. Richmond. Skylar Yates. And Howard drops and gets it.
Oh,
McCoy.
Good adjustment by McCoy.
Richmond to Yates again. This time gets the finesse. It's a point for Hedgesville to make it 19-16. Student section of Hedgesville here at Musselman High School trying to get behind their fellow Eagles. Help them rally back in the fourth set. As Yates serves it to Dunnigan. Shipley for Howard. Behind her, but Shropshire overpasses it, and it's touched by Dunnigan. Point. Hedgesville makes it 19-17. It's a 2-point lead now. Skylar Yates can make it a 1-point lead if she can get a point for Hedgesville. Musselman trying to regain control. Howard.
Not a good pass.
And it's going to be a free ball set.
It's in.
McCoy gets a kill there.
And McCoy went from almost being the GOAT to the hero because she lost sight of the ball. Looked like Shipley needed help. And McCoy makes an adjustment and puts the ball in play for the kill.
Just like that, it's 20-17 now. Musselman and Emma Kurnos will enter. The senior trying to get the sectional championship to stay in Inwood. Yates
Perfect pass.
Richmond. Back for Willis.
Chrisman's off.
Chrisman.
Oh,
to
that
Yates.
might have been out.
Richmond for Harper. It's to Howard.
Somebody needs to take a big swing.
Chrisman does just that, but it's kept alive, and a free ball sent by Shropshire to Musselman's side. Howard off the block. Point Musselman, 21-17.
Timeout.
And a timeout will be called by Hedgesville. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic? I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500. Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Welcome back. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein. We're at Musselman High School in the fourth set. It's 2-1 in the sets, and Musselman right now 4 points away from winning the sectional championship in AAA Region 2 Section 1 play against Hedgesville.
Shout out to our man A.R. Emmert watching us. Sports Mix biggest fan.
Harper off the block, and it's sent right back over by Walker. Point Musselman, 22-17. It's a 5-point lead for the Applemen. And Hedgesville right now looking depleted, and Musselman can take advantage and win it right with 3 more points needed. Richmond to Willis. Howard behind her, still gets the kill right by Shropshire. It's 23-17. The Hammer helping out her team. Musselman 2 points away from a sectional championship.
This is just that lineup. Big front row, Chrisman offhand, Howard on hand, and you're asking Paige Richmond to do a lot.
Kurnos to Probst. Yates for Faircloth. Howard over the block. Diving for it is Probst, and Yates, again, just barely
good
over.
Pass.
Walker,
another good
Shropshire,
pass.
And it is Willis this time.
Chrisman has to reach.
Chrisman off the block. Yates sends a free ball to Musselman. Howard from the back line. It's out. Point Hedgesville makes it 23-18. The serve in the hands of Paige Elliott for Hedgesville. Hedgesville trails by 5. And it's over to Shipley. Hutzler over the block by Howard. Miller off the block. Point Hedgesville, 23-19 now. The Eagles trying to notch a huge comeback in the fourth set to force a fifth set.
Yeah, now you feel urgency on both sides. Hedgesville fighting for their life. Musselman clinging to this lead.
Shipley for Hutzler to Hannah Howard. Skylar Yates sends it back towards the student section, and it goes into the stands. It's now game point opportunity for Musselman. 24-19, and it's the Hammer. Hannah Howard that gets the serve and trying to make the sectional championship theirs.
Richmond at the 2. Hedgesville has got to get a pass.
Howard to Yates. Richmond for Harper. It's blocked. Musselman's your 2021 sectional champions over Hedgesville. Fourth set, 25-19. the Applemen, again, your sectional champions in their new camo uniforms, win 3 sets to 1 against the Hedgesville Eagles and will be the better seeded team on Saturday. Both teams still advance. We'll give you more of that detail-wise in the post-game show, but first let's take a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at whmsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs can be very costly. Bears Repair in Martinsburg performs all kinds of auto repairs at prices most often well below their competition. Bears Repair offers tune-ups, oil change and lubrication, small and large engine and transmission repair, wheel balancing, front-end alignment, exhaust system replacement, air conditioning checks, auto inspections, and new tires. Stop by for a free estimate at Bears Repair, 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Phone 262-0208. Bears Repair.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
In court at Musselman High School, Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Our crew is Nick Verzolini, John Alderson, and Isaiah Horner. Back in the studio is Spencer Dupuis. Well, Musselman Applemen are your sectional champions yet again, winning 3 sets to 1 over the Hedgesville Eagles. It was a fun one, very similar to the last time these two teams met, though, set victory-wise, Jim. And both teams still advanced to Saturday, but Kelsey Van Dyne may or may not be out. We haven't heard anything official. But it's a possibility that somebody out like that for Hedgesville is going to be a big miss for them.
Yeah, Hedgesville continued to scrap. I think what they did well in the second set is they really pressed. They really pushed Musselman. Musselman had some trouble not only with setting the net but also passing. And I think that's because Hedgesville controlled the offense in that second set, but Musselman with just so many offensive weapons. Any team that faces them is going to have to play very good defense and really eliminate mistakes at the end line.
Yeah, as the first set, it was 25-12. Musselman beat Hedgesville. It was pretty back and forth, though, in that first set up until about 12 all, and it just seemed like they pulled away. I don't know if it was actually 13 straight points. Do you know off the top of your head or looking at your notes over there?
Yeah, the Hedgesville called time out of 10-15 and then 12-22. So, okay. Yes, it would have been 13 straight points. Good call, Doc.
There we go. And in the second set, Hedgesville came right back and won 25-23. That one was a big comeback for them. They were actually down by, I think, 4 or 5 at one point. And in the third set, Musselman won 25-16. Then here in that fourth and final set, 25-19 to become your 2021 Region 2 Section 1 Class AAA champions. And now they will await the loser of Section 2, which will either be Washington or Hampshire. Haven't heard. And the winner of Washington-Hampshire will get to play against the Hedgesville Eagles. Both of those will be Saturday at Hedgesville High School. They get to host the regionals this year. It'll start at 2 p.m. and you'll have 3 matches. Those 2 which decide who go to states, and then a third one just for fun and seeding-wise to see who your regional champion is, kind of like how we have tonight here for the sectional championship. Let's take another 2-minute break, and then we'll come back, give our final thoughts, and talk about our upcoming broadcasts, starting with tomorrow's football game that I get to announce. Again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Home helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle. Or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
When you've been in a wreck, you're hurting, you're confused, the insurance company's calling you.
Insurance companies are not your friend. They have a duty to their shareholders, not to you. That's why you need to call us to make sure that you are maximizing what you are entitled to.
We've recovered over $100 million for our clients. Every case is different, no result is guaranteed. But one thing's for sure, we'll treat you like family.
Back to Musselman High School. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein. We have Nick Verzolini, John Alderton, and Isaiah Horner on the crew. Back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis. Again, the Musselman Lady Applemen defeat the Hedgesville Eagles 3-1 to win the sectional championship. I mean, any final thoughts before we wrap up and talk about our upcoming broadcast?
Absolutely.
Who would you say is your player of the game this time around?
Player of the game, I would go hats off to the Musselman seniors. I thought that Kernos played well. I think that Sticks, number 11, Sadie Wright, she's always in control. I thought that Shipley played well, and Madigan Faircloth was outstanding from the end line. Let me just touch on that real quick. This is the last time these seniors play a match in this gym.
That's true.
And for me, that was always, it gives me goosebumps right now as I think about it. For me, that was always one of those things. Whether or not it was the last match of the regular season or a regional playoff game, it's significant for these kids. This is the last time these seniors walk out and see the big green M and everything else that's associated. They got to play at Hedgesville, and then if they're fortunate enough to execute, they move on to state play. But congratulations to the seniors of Musselman. Keep in mind, Hedgesville still has another shot to play at home on Saturday. Their seniors still have a chance to walk off that court winners at home.
Yeah, and these two teams could meet up on Saturday as well in the regional championship if they both win their matches against either Washington or Hampshire. I'll try to see the result of that and maybe talk about it on the Sports Mix tomorrow. Again, tune in tomorrow. That is at 12 to 1 p.m., and that's on 106.5 FM, 740 AM, Talk Radio WRNR, as well as TV 10 and our Facebook pages as well. Also, tomorrow night, it is the Washington Patriots hosting the Jefferson Cougars in some Friday night high school football action. It'll be myself and Matt Miller on the call for that one. Playoff indications on the line for both sides. Jefferson, if they win, most likely could have 2 home playoff games in that 16-team tournament. And as for Washington, right now sitting at number 14. So if they lose, they might get knocked out. If they win, they probably are in. So it's a big one for both sides. Don't miss it. pregame at 6 o'clock. Kickoff scheduled for 7 at Washington High School. And then on Saturday, it's another home match for the Shepherd Rams as they take on East Stroudsburg. It's an 11:30 pregame with Nick Verzolini as well as Travis Smith, and a noon kickoff set for Shepherd. I know you will be up early tailgating for that one, Jim. How do you think the Rams fare against East Stroudsburg?
Yeah, they've got to keep grinding away, man. It's that loss to Kutztown looms. They've got to perform, or they could be in trouble.
Alrighty, again, Musselman, your sectional champions, beating Hedgesville 3-1 for Spencer Dupuis, Isaiah Horner, John Alderton, Nick Verzolini, and Jim Klein. I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off until tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.
That concludes our coverage of West Virginia High School volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage was brought to you by WVU Medicine East, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center, Hagerstown Ford, Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations Robert Fields and Sons, Parsons Ford, Panhandle Dumpsters, and Smallwood and Small Insurance. Keep it tuned to TV 10 for all your local high school sports coverage from around the Eastern Panhandle. All rights reserved.
With 4 new car dealerships